Hi, I'm Matt Brett. I'm the current ISA Secretary, and this video is the first in a short series about using our new foam cutter. So in 2012 we bought the Tekoa Feather Cut, which is some of the gear that you see here, and I'm just going to talk you through how to use it and give you an idea of how to assemble it and get it cutting wings. So what we'll cover everything that's in the box, how to make templates, how to block out the foam, and how to cut wing cores. Okay, one quick point about safety. I haven't damaged myself while I've been learning to use the cutter, but there is a few points that I would recommend that you take before you start to cut. First of all, make sure you wear something with sleeves. It might just give you that second. If the hot wire was to touch you for any reason, at least you don't lose a jumper, not burn yourself. I always use one of these. It hasn't tripped out yet, but I always use one on the PSU so that if anything did go wrong, it will trip out before anything happens. The most important thing though is to just take your time. There's nothing difficult about foam cutting, but there's lots of little gotchas, as you'll see. There's little things you can get wrong. And just important to make sure that you take your time, do it when it's quiet, when there's no kids around, and you'll have absolutely no problems at all. And the final point actually is when you're cutting, always check the path of the wire. So whatever you're doing, check the path of your wire, think about where it's going from and where it's going to. Is there anything that will interfere with it? And then you won't have any problems. And that's all for safety. Okay, so first thing to talk about is what's in the box, and I've got most of the stuff out here, so I'll just talk you through it. First and most important is the instructions. My recommendation here, having learned how to do it, is if I'd have followed the instructions to the absolute dot first time, I'd have saved myself some time. So read these instructions, they're absolutely excellent. There's loads and loads of diagrams in here. You can see absolutely excellent diagrams showing you how to set up the cutter. So read them once, read them twice, and then when you're really bored, read them a third time, and you'll definitely save yourself some time in the long run. So that's the instructions. The main bits of the cutter, we've got the bow here. This is a 40-inch bow. You can see it's got arms that pop out like that with weights on. We'll talk about how to string that bow a bit later on. What else have we got? We've got the drop arm here. So this is the drop arm with the graduated scale on it. You can see this is used. This is the bit that falls away. It's got a weight in the middle of it, and you attach your pull cords to this, and that's what gives you the differential cut, so that you cut slower at the tip than you do the root. What else have we got? This right angle bar is one of the key pieces of the kit here. It's got a few pieces of tape attached to it here from where I was using it to cut a few days ago. You can see it's just a 90-degree section of steel. It's got the pulleys inserted in it. I'll show you how to rig those as well. It's also got the clip, which you can just about see here. That's where the drop arm just clips on a little press stud. So I'll show you that in operation a little bit later. Okay, what else have we got? I've got my notes here. Obviously we've got the power supply. This is an adjustable power supply that the ISA brought, so it's got a tunable current setting here, so you can get the cut speed exactly what you want. That's really important to be able to have that bit of control. What else? Pull wires. There should be two of these. Two silicone pull wires. They're a bit messy as you can see at the moment. They won't be later. Crop clips on one end, and just a normal sort of jack plug style thing on the other end. Nicely soldered by Jim, our chairman. And then there's this that I call the pot of widgety bits. Very important. It's got a nice ISA logo on, as you can see. Courtesy of the famous stickers from Pete Beadle there. We've got the pull weight. That's important, obviously, to provide some tension. Couple of the normal clothes pegs for making sure that the weights are in the right place on the arms when you do top and bottom cuts. There's a spare pulley in there. There's a tail wheel. This will actually look a bit different when you use it. I've had some problems with the tail wheel. It's not quite round, and it doesn't give the absolute best result. So I'm going to get a bigger, nicer tail wheel by the time you do that. some of these nice little clips they use for attaching the pull cords to the drop arm. You see those there, just standard, I don't know what they're called, but they're nice spring form clips. They do a good job. Oh, another one of those in there. And then assorted nails and tacks here. You need plenty of nails for attaching your templates to the wing core. And then we've got the wire here. So be very careful with this. We've only got 360 odd feet of it. Should keep us going for a while. This is stainless steel monofilament fishing wire. Doesn't look much on the camera, I'm sure. I tried a few different types of wire. I tried nichrome, tried various things. It's 0.4mm, and it really does seem to be the absolute best thing. I've done about 8 core sets now for this Aeolus wing that we're going to cut later, and I'm still on the first wire. So it really is definitely the right stuff here. Okay, so that's everything that's provided in the kit. There's a few things that you'll also need. Obviously you need a flat workbench. I'm using my glass kitchen table because I know that's really flat. I've got a workbench, but as usual it's covered in rubbish. Weights. House brick's covered in foam. I've got some steel weights here. You really can't have too many weights here. These are used for weighing down the core while you're cutting. It's really important to keep it very, very still while you do that. And obviously you need the foam to cut. We'll talk a little bit about foam later. So that's all the kit.